Hi everyone. Today I will be discussing an augmented reality emergency operations exercise of the Biohazard Detection System cache deployment plan for Shelby County Health Department. I am Jessica Fanian Davis, and this project was completed in fulfillment of the requirements for the Practicum Experience and Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management course at Arkansas State University under the direction and guidance of Dr. Amy Hyman. Prior to beginning the scenario, I will discuss commonly used acronyms, the significance of this training, as well as the scope, impact, and future implications. This is the glossary for acronyms and terms you will hear me use throughout this presentation, most notably BDS for Biohazard Detection System, SCHD for Shelby County Health Department, THON is the Tennessee Health Alert Network, USPS, of course, is the United States Postal Office. HDOC for Health Department Operations Center, EOP for the Emergency Operations Plan, and CRI, Cities Readiness Initiative. There are 5 key elements that come together to make up the significance of this scenario. Testing operational readiness of Shelby County Health Department's BDS response team, enhancing intra-agency coordination and collaboration among multiple bureaus within Shelby County Health Department, identifying operational gaps and response challenges, delivering our FIP grant requirements, and integrating technology and emergency preparedness. This project involves the design, implementation, and evaluation of a functional exercise simulating a positive alert from the Biohazard Detection System located at the U.S. Postal Service facility in downtown Memphis. The scope includes the activation and deployment of the Shelby County Health Department's BDS response cache, coordination with key response partners, and execution of public health response protocols. The exercise will test operational readiness, interagency communication, logistics, and risk communication capabilities. The scenario will also incorporate augmented reality components to enhance realism and training value. Findings from this training exercise will provide the necessary feedback for updating the BDS plan, improving future training exercises, and supporting continuous improvement planning initiatives. There are 6 foundational factors that display the impact of this training exercise. Firstly, it improves preparedness by enhancing Shelby County Health Department's ability to respond rapidly and effectively to biological threats. It increases operational efficiency by streamlining the deployment protocol and reducing response time through real-world practice. Enhances staff competency by building confidence and competence among designated public health personnel assigned to the BDS response team. It validates emergency plans by confirming the effectiveness of existing BDS response protocols and identifying areas for improvement. It boosts community trust by reassuring the public that robust systems are in place to protect their health and safety in the event of a bioterrorism incident. And lastly, it drives innovation and training by utilizing augmented reality to modernize emergency preparedness exercises and improve engagement. Future implications include enhanced regional preparedness. Frequent collaborative exercises can lead to standardized response plans that may benefit neighboring jurisdictions. We live in a tri-state area, so we are right at the corner of Arkansas and Mississippi, with Shelby County being in Tennessee. Scalable response frameworks, lessons learned influence scalable strategies for other biological incidents and public health emergencies. Reinforce public health community lifeline. So continued investment in exercise drives community lifeline improvements. Improved technology integration, successful use of augmented reality and training may lead to a broader adoption of immersive technologies in emergency management. Informed policy development, exercises exercise outcomes can shape policy updates related to biosurveillance, multi-agency response protocols, and risk communication procedures. And then lastly, increase workforce resilience. Routine simulation and high consequence events, routine simulation of high consequence events fosters a culture of readiness and reduces cognitive decay in actual emergencies. I chose this topic and technology for a couple of reasons. My current job role is as the city's Readiness Initiative Manager with BEP at Shelby County Health Department. And FEP is the Public Health Emergency Preparedness Cooperative, which is a federally grant-funded program that falls under the umbrella of the CDC. Developing this training exercise fulfilled course requirements, but it also aligned with my intent to update and exercise the BDS response plan this year. I also have a deep passion for public health emergency preparedness and building whole community resilience within Shelby County. There's a million of us here, and I want to take care of all of us. I chose augmented reality as the integrative technology for its flexibility and scenario development, ability to integrate simulated real-world operations with a hands-on element to it, and the capability for remote collaboration. So I developed 3 SMART objectives for this project. The first one being the Shelby County Health Department will activate its biohazard detection system response plan and deploy the BDS cache within 60 minutes of notification during the scheduled exercise, which will ensure full mobilization of required staff and resources. The second one is the Risk Communication Coordinator will send a test notification via the Tennessee Health Alert Network or THON platform to the Shelby County On-Call Nursing Team and designated BDS response team within 10 minutes of the initial BDS alarm. And the last one is based on exercise evaluation criteria. The Shelby County On-Call nursing staff will set up a functional point of dispense or pod in the designated cold zone at the scene within 120 minutes of the initial BDS alarm. Review the outline overview. So for the incident summary, a suspicious envelope triggers a positive anthrax detection and activates the BDS alarm at the Memphis Main Post Office. USPS personnel will notify the appropriate authorities. A Shelby County Health Department emergency response will be initiated, and the Shelby County's BDS response team is activated to deploy medical countermeasures and conduct an exposure assessment. Are 2 of our exercise assumptions. The BDS alarm is considered valid and requires an immediate public health response. And this augmented reality simulation will provide real-time decision-making opportunities and interactive training modules. We will go through the 5 phases of the exercise timeline. Phase 1 is the alarm activation and initial response. So again, the FIP staff will receive the BDS alarm notification. The Risk Communication Coordinator sends out a THON notification to the Shelby County On-Call Nursing Team, Command Staff, and BDS Response Team within 10 minutes. And then the CRI Manager, which is me, meets the Shelby County Health Department Pharmacist or Medical Director at headquarters within 45 minutes. During Phase 2 is resource deployment and coordination. The BDS cache is retrieved, packaged, and transported to the cold zone within 90 minutes. Phase 3, medical countermeasure distribution. The Shelby County On-Call nursing staff sets up a functional point of dispense in the cold zone within 120 minutes of the initial alert. Phase 4, incident command and coordination. The Health Department Operations Center, or HDOC, is fully staffed and operational within 120 minutes. And then phase 5 is after action review and improvement planning. So all participants will engage in a hot wash discussion post exercise and provide feedback that will be used to complete the after action report and improvement plan. Now we'll go through the storyboard, which displays how the scenario plays out from the very beginning to the end. As the scenario begins, the following actions will be augmented reality simulations. So a suspicious envelope will trigger the BDS alarm that you just heard in the Memphis main post office mail sorting center. The USPS contacts authorities and informs them of a credible anthrax threat. And then the Shelby County Health Department CRI manager receives notification of the BDS alarm activation from the Shelby County Sheriff's Office dispatch. We have our initial response. CRI manager begins the notification call down by contacting the risk communication coordinator. The risk communication coordinator then sends out THON notifications to the BDS response team, FEP staff, HDOC personnel, which is command staff, and this will be notifying them of the BDS emergency operation plan activation. Designated BDS response staff begins mobilization, and during that time frame, the CRI manager meets the pharmacist or the medical director at Shelby County Health Department headquarters. This time, incident command will start to coordinate. HDOC staff arrives at the operations center to receive the briefing and assignments from the incident commander. Shelby County Health Department command staff will man their assigned computer workstations, begin filling out appropriate ICS forms, and utilize the Ready App platform for real-time communication and uploading completed documentation. The incident commander will likely give situational updates every 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the severity of the incident during the initial operational period. Resource deployment, the FEP staff will deploy a truck towing a trailer with pod boxes, which are essentially nurses' stations on wheels packaged up in a box, and personal protective equipment to the cold zone at the scene. The CRI manager and the pharmacist will retrieve and package the BDS cache and medication information documents in pre-stage rolling storage totes. And then this part would be simulated. FEP staff deploys the truck down to the cold zone, and I would transport the BDS cache and medication information documents to the cold zone and hand it off to the on-call nursing staff. Again, this part is AR simulation, which will show the Shelby County Health Department on-call nursing staff donning or putting on appropriate PPE and setting up a functional point of dispense in the cold zone. Also, this will show the process of decontaminated patients lining up at the pod tables to sign their medication registration forms and receive antibiotics along with the respective medication information sheets. So at this point, our Shelby County Health Department epidemiology team will begin contact tracing, and they'll be able to do that from the medication registration forms. And then upon receipt of the initial notification and the forms, they can do their contact tracing and then continue monitoring until the public health threat is eliminated. We'll conclude the scenario. Very important aspect of all of this after planning and implementation is the evaluation. So we would have a after action review and start improvement planning. Immediately following the exercise, a short debrief or hot wash is conducted to discuss operational strengths, gaps, and proposed improvements. Specific discussion will be led regarding the use of augmented reality as a tool for future exercise training simulations, and then drafting for the after action report and subsequent improvement plan with smart corrective actions begins. Continuous improvement is supported by tracking of corrective actions and implementation as a part of the integrated preparedness cycle. So now I'll display my decision tree that I developed. And it just goes along with the same factors that were in the storyboard. There are some questions that if you answer yes, you will lead you one way. If you answer no, there will be consequences for those actions, and this just helps to improve our overall operational readiness. I have listed the references that I use throughout this presentation. And then I want to thank you for your participation. My contact information is listed below. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you.